pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
A man with no friends or a small circle. That's a man you don't mess with. He's learned the hard way. Quality over quantity. He doesn't need a crowd to feel powerful. His strength comes from within. While others chase approval, he walks alone by choice. He's seen the fake friends, the drama and the betrayal, and cut it all off. Now he stands in peace, untouchable. He doesn't need anyone to complete him. He's whole, all by himself. One real friend is worth more to him than 100 fake ones. His circle, tight. His trust, earned. And anyone who brings chaos, gone. His time is precious, and he spends it like a king. He knows what he wants, and he never settles. So when you meet a man with no friends or just a small circle, don't mistake it for weakness. That's strength. That's confidence. He doesn't need your approval. He's already won the only battle that matters, the one with himself.
What up, everybody? It's Monday. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? It's Monday, man. It's the Blac Pill podcast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get started, I got to show you guys something. My bad, y'all. I came in a little late today. First off, I'm feeling a little under the weather, if you will. But the main thing actually was a bunch of updates on the computer and some updates on this program. But I mean, past that, I'm good. But I do feel a little funny. But here's what I wanted to show you. Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man, we got a good show for you guys today. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody that tune in and watch the page. If you tune in, you are the resistance. You are the core. So nothing in particular, but shout out to Belichick, who is, how old is he? 73? I believe he's 73 or 74. And his 24-year-old wife. Today's episode, or girlfriend, I don't know. But today's episode is about Belichick's girlfriend shutting down the relationship question that he was asked in the interview. We're not talking about this, is what she said. But before we get to the main event, we want you guys to answer the poll in the chat. Is it okay for a woman who is 24 years old to date a man that is 73? Vote in the poll and tell us what you think. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And while we gear up towards getting to the main event, we might be in here a little bit short because I got to do the show tonight. But we'll see how it goes. While we gear towards the main event, or before we get there, let's see what's popping up on the internet. We got Cameron response to Kanye dissing him. He said, I don't usually talk to ninjas who, you know, I can't say it because, you know, we on YouTube, but what the hell, here we go.
Not just yet. Not just yet.
All right.
I'm gonna fly to California tomorrow, man.
All right.
See where he's at, man. Cause we gotta talk, man. I don't like what I'm hearing.
All right, nah, it's all
You
good.
hear what he said about you?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you. Because I don't usually talk to niggas who suck dick. Once they suck dick, I don't go back. I don't go back and forth once you admit you suck dick.
Yeah, I ain't never put no pee-pee in my mouth, but you know.
What the hell, boy?
Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. You know, we see everybody in the Blac Pill. Shout out to the LGBTQIA+. Yeah. Can't catch me doing it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. There's no way, dog. There's no way, but here we go.
That's just me. That's what
Now
I'm trying
that part ain't my son.
Hell no.
What I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
That's
That's what I'm asking. Because if you giving him a pass,
I can't give him no pass to that.
yeah.
Anyways.
What the hell, boy?
Let's see what else happened. We have police are searching for a man accused of placing some Mary Jane Easter eggs around Lufkin, Texas. Shout out to Texas. Texas, what up? And then posting scavenger hunt clues on Facebook. Man, shout out to all the tokers. Y'all know y'all love that. You know, if you a smoker, man, you know you love that. Let's see what the comments say. That man was doing the Lord's service. And let's see what the full story says. Police are searching for a man accused of placing Easter eggs around Lufkin, Texas, and posting scavenger hunt clues on Facebook. Arrest warrants have been issued for the man named Avante Nicholson after he allegedly placed several plastic eggs in public parks and at a motel. The LPD said they received a tip about the eggs after a town resident saw a post about them on Facebook. The suspect posted 4 photos on Facebook showing each location as hints to locate the eggs, the department said. He also posted a photo of 5 plastic eggs in the seat of a vehicle. Officers found 4 eggs and believed he had not placed the 5th. According to the press release, 3 of the eggs were found in different public parks, and some of these were found behind a Motel 6. Yeah, bro. I mean, I mean, you know, I guess it's an issue in terms of kids. If kids was to see it, but they say, God forbid a man gives back to his community. Someone's mad they lost the egg hunt. LOL, y'all seeing this all wrong. What if kids got a hold of this? Exactly. I mean, that's what I just said, right? So I don't know. That's probably the whole issue. I guess he was trying to be cool or whatever, but yeah, like I said, bro, y'all gotta be smarter, bro. You know, shout out to all the adults that find their way to my page. Y'all gotta remember, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, we're adults, and we can have adult fun. So let's do that in the adult designated entertainment spaces, right? We can't turn around and do that in a community where it's a bunch of kids. Now, like I said, first off, I'm a square.
What the hell,
But you know, I'm not trying to ruin it for nobody. I just say that because if you got kids, you know, like I said, shout out to the kids of America. The kids of America are our precious cargo. Yes, sir. My flag over there, but you know what it is, man. So yeah, we got to protect the kids, man. Fuck all that. But yeah, you know, hopefully the police figure it out. Shout out to the pigs. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the pigs. We got Young Miami. I can never go from Shark to Nemo. Y'all bitches slow. Whatever that means. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to show you guys. Let me see. Let's go to an Adam experience. We got popular streamer Jack Doherty or Doherty calls his dad after getting robbed for $300K. Ninja.
I just got robbed.
Ninja got robbed for $300K. I'm telling you, that's why I try and tell some of y'all, bro. We don't come from the same struggle, so we don't think the same. So me personally, you ninjas will never catch me outside with $300,000 worth of jewelry. And I'm a rapper, okay? Well, I mean, I got to put more music out. But yeah, I'm a rapper. I made music, so I'm an artist. And, you know, artists supposed to wear jewelry. And y'all never see me walk around with $300K in jewelry. I don't care if first off, even if I got it like that, that would never be a smart investment to me. Let's just put that out there. What the hell, boy? That would never be a smart investment to me. And I done had golds. I have golds. I have grills. I have jewelry. Like I said, looking back in hindsight, I done blew bands on my grills. I done blew bands on jewelry that I could have used to invest. So now, I mean, maybe it's where I'm at financially. Shout out to everybody getting money. I ain't getting money. This fake money. This prop money. But it's like I said, man, y'all never catch me spending $300,000 worth on jewelry. That's almost a house. That's a, like I said, that's more than a down payment on a nice house. Here we go. Or 1 second. Let me put the volume up.
On Rodeo Drive. They took both my chains.
You kidding me?
Nope.
By gunpoint?
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 guys. They like tackled me and Dave and like.
You tackled Dave too?
Yeah.
Does Dave have a gun there or no?
I don't know. No, he didn't.
He didn't have a gun?
I don't know why.
Are you okay?
Let's see what else. Hold on.
But like literally the chains were gone instantly. Like I was like,
yeah, tell us what happened. So when you went to
bro,
the
I'm
ground,
like pinned up against the wall, me and right here, and like I get pinned up against the wall like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guys going at my watch, and then
so 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
Somehow like
one's holding you.
Like we're all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right here.
I wonder what they look like. Shout out to my black brothers and sisters. Shout out to my ninjas. I wonder what they look like. Anyway, seems a bit fishy. Here we go.
Me, Dave, Christy, and the 3 or 4 guys. And then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there. And then one of the guys chased the street trying to get my watch off. So
you went fully across the street.
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me. Jack Doherty. Jack keep my watch.
And yeah, I mean, there you go. There you have it, folks.
Did you see him get out?
Yeah, man. Lesson learned, people. Shout out to the youngins. When you get into some money, bro, don't take your money around places. I know you see people flexing this money. Don't do that, bro. I know you guys don't think too much of it. I think much of it. Don't do it, bro. See what these ninjas do. When you see us, look, shout out to all the streamers, content creators, everybody in between, right? Yes, sir. When y'all see us make mistakes, bro, please learn from our mistakes. Don't do the same dumb shit that we did, because it's the only way you could be better. Now, this ninja was on some dumb-ish, okay? That was some stupid-ish. Like I said, something smells fishy. Something smells fishy. But, like I said, this ninja right here is sitting there like this. Looking stupid. That's what you get. Here we go.
Yeah, you can see some of it. Just look.
We were right here. I'm like facing this way against the wall. And next thing I know, Chrissy like taps me, and boom, they're coming right here, running at me like full speed, like right here. Show them, look, like literally right there. And then, yeah, next thing I know, press me up against the wall.
Look, and I told y'all, that's why I play no games with ninjas. Shout out to my ninjas. When I say ninjas, I'm referring to people, men, women. I play no games with nobody. Yeah, man, if you roll up on me on the street, bro, I mean, they probably had sticks and stuff, right? And we speaking in code here, but yeah, bro, you roll up on me on the streets, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you come at me like full speed, bro, it's on sight the moment you approach me. But you know, it's multiple ninjas. It's just war tactics. It is what it is. But yeah, gentlemen, learn from this. Learn from this, bro. Don't be in this position. Don't put yourself in this situation. All right, here we go. What else we have? We have this conversation as we gear up towards the main event. So they have social media is debating if 100 men can take on one gorilla after the topic trends. Now, you ninjas are all insane, bro. You guys are crazy, bro. Do you guys understand that you cannot take on one gorilla? No, I personally think 100 men cannot take on one gorilla because 100 men are not going to attack at once. If 100 men attacked at once, I still personally don't think 100 men could take on one gorilla. And it's just because we're not understanding how strong a gorilla actually is or what a gorilla can actually do. So a gorilla could rip somebody in half. A gorilla, if actually using its full body power, can fuck you up. Excuse my French. And we're going to pull up TikTok to show you gorillas fighting real quick. And shout out to everybody at work who can't see, but we're going to pull up gorillas fighting. You know, you're going to hear the sounds, I guess. You'll hear the sounds. The hell, 1 second. Let me pull up TikTok. Here we go. Let's see. And like I said, guys, answer the poll in the chat. We're almost there, and that's the main event. But gorillas fighting, they say supposedly about 60 to 80%, 60%, I think, or 80% based off of assimilation, right? So they say about 60 to 80% of the men will survive. No, 60 to 80% of the men will perish if they were to fight a gorilla. So let me see. Gorillas fighting. Let's see what this looks like. Look at this. Epic silverback gorilla fight. You guys think you could take on a gorilla? Ninjas. Gentlemen, are you in here? Are you in here? My ninjas, are you in here? Are you in here? Let's see. Here we go.
Epic silverback gorilla fight.
Hold on, I'm gonna make it bigger for y'all. All right, let's put this volume down. These people screaming in our ear, man. What the hell? I didn't see them ninjas fighting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, and you think we could take... Huh? And you think 100 men can take that on? Mind you, they're backing up from each other with no weapons, bare hands.
But what the hell, boy?
There's no way, dog. There ain't no way, bro. There's no way.
Epic silverback gorilla fight.
Hold on, let me pull up another one. Let me pull up another one. Let me pull up another one. Let me see. Bro, that gorilla, look. First off, they trying to get somebody a copyright. But look, bro, the gorilla needs only hit you one time. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. Can't really show it. Let me see.
The one on the left is named Tito, and his brother on the right is named Ben. A new female gorilla just joined their exhibit, and they both have a crush on her. Now watch what happens next.
They're just beefing over these women.
Who will win the girl, Tito or Ben?
These niggas beefing over the women. Yeah, man, that's the world we live in, man. Yeah, I don't think we could beat 100 men versus one gorilla. Here we go. There's no way, bro. A gorilla's 430 pounds.
You really think 100 men are beating one of them? Are you tripping?
Look at this one right here.
Bro is in a
boxing position. Look at him. He's squared up. Look, he's in a boxing position.
Oh, look at the
Yeah, like I said, there's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way we are beating a gorilla, bro. Yeah, there's no way. All the men would have to attack at once. It's the only way possible. If not, we're not beating a gorilla. All right, let me see what else we got popping off as I kind of get back to my normal self. My bad, y'all. I know I'm a little out of it right now. Damn. I'll probably take a little break after, but let's keep it going. I don't know who said this. Oh, I think it was this ninja that was in a rap battle. I forget his name, but he said, you know, you bad body bit, I'm going to keep it going. So I'm going to keep it going, okay? I'm going to keep it going. We're going to keep the show going. All right, so we have a tornado here, and I just wanted to bring awareness to this because it already happened. But I just want to show you guys because I've never actually seen a tornado like this in real life. I've only seen it on, TV, and I've seen something close to it. This looks like a typhoon, but this just lets you know that God is real. Here we go.
Decided to stop for safety reasons. Still on Highway 66.
And this is a large tornado in Canada. And then this is talking about, would you get closer? Why would I get closer to that to fly away?
East, it is about to cross 66. There is a cool little antique yard right here. There she goes. Look at that. Stunning.
Stunning, huh?
Nature at its finest.
Nature at its finest, huh?
And again, no sirens, no warning. Had a weather alert warning about 3 minutes after it had been on the ground.
But what the hell, boy?
You what? Absolutely beautiful. What are you doing?
Talking about stunning. What are you doing, miss?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, guys, so that's a tornado, and this happened a week ago. So, I mean, we're in, I think, it's been spring for a little bit. We're in spring season. Yes, sir. Summer's on the way. So because summer's on the way, be prepared for that. All right, as we gear towards, showing you guys what we need to show you guys, let's get into it. First off, shout out to Neo. Neo in the building. Shout out to Neo with his leading ladies turns up during date night. Shout out to Neo. Yeah, shout out to Neo. Neo with his 4 girlfriends. Shout out to him. I only find 2 of them really attractive. Most girlfriends I would ever have probably would be 2. I can't do more than 2 because women are a lot to deal with, and that's facts. Shout out to the ladies. Ladies, are you in here? Are you in here, ladies? Hello?
Hello.
My sound effect almost didn't work, but shout out to the women. And yeah, they say he looks like he's taking pictures with his backup dancers right after the performance. My boy got 4 5s. We pray our daughters never fall for this kind of love. So when he said, you make me better, you make me better, he's talking about 4 different U's. He can have 50 females and I still see LGBTQ bi. It's so funny how women always have something to say about, the gay community. When they don't like something that they see in a man, but they're supposedly allies of the gay community. I'm so confused, bro. I'm so confused, dog. It's like the N-word. Shout out to my ninjas, right? It's like the N-word. We don't like other communities saying the N-word, but we sitting here saying the N-word to each other. But y'all ninjas sit here and let other people say the N-word too. I don't know. That's the world we live in. I had to accept reality, and that's why I ain't trying to save nobody but everybody on the black pill. Yes, sir. That's why I ain't trying to save nobody. Because ninjas make no sense, right? I studied logic when I was in school. Ninjas make no sense and want me to follow, illogical things. It makes no sense to me. But it says all I see are imbalanced pHs and BV. Everyone say it with me, BV. 1 headache is enough. I don't want to die young. Living his best DL life. Hey, man, shout out to Neo. It's crazy because they say he's DL. I mean, who would pay for 4 women to prove? I mean, I don't know, right? Let me stop. I don't know. There's no way you could convince me to pay for 4 women to be in a relationship with 4 women and lose buku amounts of money, right? You'll lose buku amounts of money to prove that I'm a straight man. That's insane. But I mean, some people live in an interesting world in their brain. We all live in our own world in our head. I discuss this a lot on the stream, so I don't entirely know. We got this next one. Shout out to Clarissa Shields.
Y'all want to see what I'm dressed up in and again, y'all missed it?
Shout out to Pap too. We ain't checking out your girl, but she look good though. Yeah, shout out to the dark skinned women. Shout out to the dark skinned women.
Then we got the blue jean fit by Edge. Then we got the Gucci blue jean purse. Okay. With the white hat.
Yeah.
The white goes in with the shoe. You didn't know.
Yeah.
The white from the shoe matches the white in the hat.
Didn't know.
You already know I have to go. Balenciaga.
Oh, okay. No. I won't know. You need to wear Black Adam. Black Adam. You need to wear Black Adam. All right, let me see what else. All right, we got about 3 more things and then we're gonna get to the main event. Or 4 more things. So first things first. We have supposedly the Voyager station is gonna be the world's first space hotel. And it's set to launch in 2027, featuring 400 rooms, a bar, cinema, spa, and more. So shout out to them. I guess space is real. Because we was trying to figure out whether or not space is real, guys. I guess space is real. So yes, the Voyager station promises a once-in-a-lifetime experience with stunning views of Earth, luxury accommodations, and unique amenities like a bar, cinema, spa, and gym, all in space. Guests will enjoy artificial gravity, making their stay feel more like home, while indulging in world-class service and personalized services. With a price tag of $25 million, Ninja. Well, I'm never going. With a price tag of $25 million, this exclusive space getaway is set to redefine luxury hotel, luxury travel, making space tourism a reality for the ultra wealthy. And we discussed this. I believe me and Morpheus, shout out to young Morpheus. We discussed this actually. We discussed this on our stream before. And I was saying how space tourism is going to be the next thing. That we're discussing how space tourism is going to be the next thing in terms of making large amounts of money off people, because if people are really, going into space and all that, even the whole thing that happened with Gayle King and all that, shout out to Gayle King. They're showing that off to the higher class of society or to the rich people. I don't necessarily consider anybody above me in class. I'm gonna just put that out there. What I mean is the rich people. When they say the rich people, I'm saying the people that got money. They're showing that to the people who got money that watch that. Hey, let's do that. Okay, let's do it. Can't wait for the Disaster in Space Hotel documentary in 2028. Still no free healthcare, and we're looking at the comments right now. Are they trying to pollute the space as well? Would they name it Elysium? What about washroom? Cost for a night. Hotel on the moon would be more exciting. Nice idea anyways. Yeah, people are never satisfied, man. I mean, I don't know. So you pay $25 million to stay in that cubicle for a few days and watch the same view 24/7? No way. And the reason why you're paying so much to people is not only for the money that they're going to make. You're paying so much because it costs rocket fuel to get you up, get you down. That's what you're paying for. If you didn't know. Let me see what else. All right, so we have two more things. We have 12 U.S. soldiers. Shout out to President DJT. We got 12 United States soldiers arrested alongside over 100 illegal immigrants in a major illegal nightclub raid. Here we go. So let's see what's going on. And this probably was a sting operation. Yep. Got them boys. Yep. Got them boys. And yeah, that probably was a sting operation. And in that operation, they were, everybody's getting arrested because they don't need to know who's who. But basically what was happening inside was significant drug traffic, prostitution, crimes of violence. DEA Rocky Mountain Division Special Agent in Special Agent in charge Jonathan C. Pullen said at a news conference Sunday morning, we seized a number of, I'm guessing guns in there. We had active duty service members who were running security at the club and were involved in some of these crimes. Over a dozen active military members were also at the club during the raid, and federal officials said some were working at the illicit operation. DEA special agents announced their presence prior to entering the nightclub, blah, blah, blah. 200 people were inside, at least 114 in the United States illegally. In addition, more than a dozen active military or active duty militaries were patrons or security guards, it said. Yeah, bro, that's the world we live in. Now, when it comes to the people who were active security guards, I don't know if they knew that these people were illegal. I'm pretty sure they just knew they were getting paid, right? So I mean,
what the hell, boy?
I think that's the whole situation there. Past that, hey man, shout out to our immigrants, shout out to our Latino community and all that support black people or support people that look like me, right? Shout out to the Latino community, yeah, bro. It's gonna be a tough 4 years, man. We pray for you. It's gonna be a tough 4 years for everybody who's part of the immigrant community. It's gonna be a tough 4 years, but guess what? It ain't going nowhere. Shout out to the president. It ain't going nowhere. You better get used to it. This is reality now. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's see. What do we have here? Boom.
Y'all seen what the White House page is doing on X right now?
Definitely don't visit covid.gov, huh? This is on their official X page, okay? Look right here. Definitely don't visit covid.gov, huh? Well, let's go there and just see. What is this? Lab leak? The origin. The White House. Yes, this is not a joke. Look at this, 1 through 5. Look at this. Data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single introduction into humans. Look at this, man. This is like all the stuff that we got hit with misinformation about for so long for sharing. Now, magically, it's just all right here. Look at this right here. Even the pardon that Mr. Fauci got. It's even got this right here. Well, why did I say Mr.? It's crazy. So what's up with this? Why is all this all over the place now? Oh no, it gets better. Hold on. It keeps going. Look, it talks about everything. Eco health obstruction, Dr. David Moran. You know, don't even get me started on this guy right here. Seriously, man. Then we got our Forbes YouTube videos. It's got mask mandates. There was no conclusive evidence that masks effectively... They're pretty much saying everything was a bunch of BS is what it looks like to me.
What the hell, boy?
Shoot. I practice social distancing. Who remembers COVID, man? One time for COVID. We lived through that. That's crazy. We lived through that, right? We lived through that. But yeah, man, you know, I practice my social distancing. I'm gonna be real. I didn't take the vaccine, right? We're just gonna put it out there. Yeah, I didn't take the vaccine. The reason why I didn't take the vaccine is because I don't trust nobody. People may call me crazy. I'm not saying don't trust vaccines, but when the way it came out, the rollout was too fast. It was a little bit odd. It was a crazy time back then. It was a crazy time. Different world, literally. It was a different world. And then now we're living in this new world after COVID. That's why they say post-COVID. And every 10 years, some weird shit happens also too. Remember that, guys. So in 2010, something happened. 2000 was the internet. It's just the way it goes. 2030, something's going to happen. We got 5 more years. Then 2030 is going to come. Boom, something's going to happen. Probably robots, AI. But yeah, man, I ain't take the vaccine. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. I hope not. Maybe if I ever get COVID, or maybe I already had it. Who knows? But maybe if I ever get COVID, I have to take it. I don't know. Personally, I ain't take it. Shout out to everybody that did. I understand you had a job and stuff, so you had to do what you had to do to feed your family. But I ain't know what to believe when it came to that vaccine. As far as I know, we were all test trials, and yeah, they needed to save us. But it's like I said, I watch a lot of sci-fi shows and shit whenever I watch TV. And in them sci-fi shows, when they do that, you know, you're the test subject. They're testing it on you and hoping it works when they give you a new vaccine that they have to create in a limited amount of time because it's killing off everybody, the disease. So that's just me, man. So we wanted to show you guys that as well. All right. Are we at the main event? Let me see. Yep, we're at the main event. Yes, sir. All right, man. So main event time. Bill Belichick's girlfriend shuts down relationship questions. We're not talking about this. And the question is it okay for a woman who is 24 to date a man that is 73? That's the question. So she didn't want to talk about it in the interview. But before we get started, let me play my little thing for main event. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, sir. All right, so main event time. Let's get it. All right, so when it comes to Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, they were recently in an interview. And for those of you who don't know who Bill Belichick is, let's go look him up. I don't even know who he is. Or let's use TikTok. You know, this is a show. We're not going to read. Let's use TikTok. 1 second. Let me pull up TikTok. Adapt. Here we go. TikTok. Interact. Okay, let me see. Y'all answer that poll in the chat. Who is Bill Belichick? Let me see.
Coach, thank you for doing this.
You're probably thinking the same thing I was when I sat down with Bill Belichick.
What's going on with this sweatshirt?
Well, you can see I've worn this one for a while.
Do you remember how you got the cut here?
No.
Tattered, and yes, often sleeveless, Belichick's signature look is part of his singular focus, as he writes in...
Now, also, before we get started, you know, give credit where credit is due. This ninja's big in the NFL world, right? So, with all due respect, this show is for entertainment and purposes. What?
But what the hell, boy?
Let me rephrase myself. Let me try again. I said, with all due respect, this show is for entertainment purposes only, right? You know, we discussed Shannon Sharpe and we put Shannon on the fire. We're not necessarily throwing you on the fire, but we're going to look into your life the same way everybody looked into Shannon's life. Because in this case, the woman that you're dealing with is older by 5 years. But is it because she's older by 5 years that it's okay? Now, like I said, I don't know the nature of your relationship with this lady, but we're still going to discuss it because we discussed how Shannon was disgusting for being with a 19-year-old. Is this not considered disgusting because it's only a 5-year difference? Is she not still a kid, or is she now an adult? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. But here we go.
In a new book, he's motivated not by style or fame, but by...
And I will be checking out his book too. Shout out to him. I'm gonna check out his book. You know, guys, I read a lot of famous people or a lot of people who are successful. I read their books to get insight. I suggest you do the same. Success leaves clues. Once I learned that, you know, I started looking into people's stuff, and it's tough too. It's tough, but I started looking into people's stuff. So books that I've read, of course, you know, I've read Robert Greene. Shout out to Robert Greene. You know, 48 Laws of Power. I read 50 Cent's book. I read 50 Cent's book, and I read 50 Cent's book that he co-wrote, I believe. Or Robert Greene helped them write it because they're actually friends. The only reason why I know that is because I read the books, right? They're actually friends. Shout out to 50. And these are people I looked up to coming up when I used to think gangbanging was cool and shit. You feel me? So that, let me also put that in perspective because I was trying to understand the hustler mentality. I've read Rick Ross's books. Shout out to Rick Ross. Who else? Who else? I can't even remember. Like I said, let's get back to the show. But I read a couple people's books. Here we go.
By the obvious.
The Patriots in the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history.
So why, before the career is over, would you write a book called The Art of Winning? You're still out there practicing the art.
Well, I never really had a good chance to do that before. So I tried to capture some of the ups and downs and the preparation and the dealing with star players and the big moments.
You wanted to give back to football. You write some of what football has given to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's given him a whole lot over a 50-year career.
And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions!
Second all-time in NFL victories.
The New England Patriots have won the Super Bowl for the third time in 4 years.
Including...
So shout out to him. He's a winner. The art of winning. The art of winning. Let's see. We're gonna go into his backstory, and then from there, we'll go to the controversial few seconds. But I don't think it was that controversial. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Lil Baby, Jordon Hudson. Shout out to Jordon Hudson. Because look, the way I feel, just like women don't like weak men, I don't like weak women. I know that sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy, but it's just because the way I was raised. My grandmother, shout out to my grandmother, may she sleep in peace. My grandmother was not a weak woman. My grandmother was able to, like, I can't really explain it to you guys, but the way that a lot of women say they're queens, you know, of course, I speak about my grandmother in one of the highest regards, but my grandmother was an actual queen. Like, if this was war, she knew how to move people on a chessboard. So that's why I'm saying where I don't really deal with weak women. That's just me, though. I mean, they might appear weak, but mentally, nah, they ain't weak. Every girl I've dealt with, you can ask them, you know, you can go and call, hey, Adam said this, and they'll tell you, yeah, he made me stronger. So, I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to all them ladies. So, I don't necessarily have a problem with what she did when she turned around and put a boundary between the world and her relationship. I think it's smart to do that because, you know, people sometimes get beside themselves. And everybody should take notes too. That's what I'm saying when it comes to her and Bill Belichick. People should take notes. She answered that superbly. Here we go.
A record 6 Super Bowl titles as head coach of the New England Patriots.
What does that feel like in the shower of confetti?
It feels like a lifetime achievement. It feels like you've worked your whole life to get to that point. And honestly, when you win one, you try to savor the moment because in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking, I don't know if I'll ever be here again.
But on this recent trip back to his old...
All right, I can't. All right, so look, let's see. The reason everyone's talking about the Bill Belichick interview, my bad, y'all. I can't put y'all to sleep, bro. This my show. We a little turnt on here. We gotta be turnt on here, bro. I can't sit there have y'all going to sleep watching another ninja. Watching another ninja's life story, man. This is my life story. Welcome to the Adam Effect. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Adam Effect. All right. I feel a little bad. I got and I'm gonna start posting this stuff, guys. I'm gonna give you guys maybe like diet plans and shit like that. I'm gonna give them for the low, cause like I said, I can't sell stuff for free no more. I've given out too much free shit. Even me doing this, a lot of y'all be scared to donate. Sometimes ninjas be in their feelings, don't even want to hit the like button, and I appreciate everybody that hit the like button. But because of that, I'll give y'all some of the things I do to maintain my body. So you guys see I can always switch my body weight, my body style. Even right now I'm dropping weight. I'm on like a seafood and salad diet kind of. I mean, every now and then I might stray, and when I stray, I mean I might have like chicken wings or something. But yeah, I mean it's helping me. I don't know if you can see I'm dropping weight. Can you tell? My face is a little bit puffy because last night was wild. Last night was just it wasn't wild. It was just I couldn't sleep. My hair is really tight on my head too. That's probably what it is. Shout out to Black Madam. Yeah, my hair is tight on my head. My hair is tied on my head too, so it's kind of messing with me a little bit. I might have to get some Tylenol or something. African people, they make the hair way too tight, boy.
What the hell, boy?
They make the hair way too tight, boy. But it's all good though, cause it's helping my hair grow. And yeah, so I'm saying, so I might start putting up on my Ko-Fi. I might make another all my links and make one specifically for the core and make one specifically for the Adam Effect, so I could kind of separate it so y'all could choose what y'all want to be a part of, because putting everything under Black Adam is too many things that I'm doing. But I'll give you guys a chance to step into the core for real. I actually see the things you want to see, and like I said, give you guys some things I do for myself to help me maintain my health. So for example, like I said, when this is done, I have the water already made, but a lot of people don't know I don't drink water like that, and it's because where I'm at, I'm in Texas, so you can't really absorb it. And like I said, I'm gonna say this, we're gonna get back to the show. So you can't really absorb water the way you think, especially now with all the stuff that they gotten in all this shit. So me personally, like the water I drink, either I add ginger to it, for sure, no matter what, I add lime to it, and the lime is just to add that vitamin C, and it helps, like I said, to absorb, get rid of inflammation, especially when I add the ginger. But like my main go-to when I don't feel too good, and it's like an energy shot too. If you could get Himalayan salt, and like I said, I'll probably put this up too, so y'all could go, support, since y'all need something to support instead of just donating. Y'all could go buy that from me. What I do to take care of myself, and I give you guys that. That's why you guys can see me every day, and I'm not really under the weather like that. Like today, I'm a little bit under the weather, but it's okay. I'm not really like sick. Like I'm not hot. But normally, if you guys pay attention, I'm in here almost every day because I take care of myself, because that's the only thing I have to look forward to. And I always say health is wealth. So yeah, I'll do something like water and lime, and then I add a little bit of Himalayan salt. And then the salt, you do like maybe a teaspoon or tablespoon of max of salt, and then you mix it up. And the reason why is because the salt helps you absorb better. It's like creating your own Gatorade in a sense. Now you can add all the extra stuff. I don't add sugar and all that. I kind of stray away from sugar because I don't want no diseases in the future associated with sugar. But I'm saying shit like that, I'm gonna start putting stuff out like that so y'all can go buy it. Like I said, it's for the low. So for example, if I give y'all that'll probably be like $5. That way you just supported me for $5. You feel me? It's a give and take. But all right, let's get back to the show. So basically, we're gonna let this lady explain why everyone's talking about the Belichick interview. Here we go.
Let's talk about why everyone is losing it over the Bill Belichick interview. Bill?
Now pause. I wouldn't say losing it, baby.
But what the hell?
I would not say losing it, baby. We ain't losing it, boy. Don't nobody care like that. We making us scared. Here we go.
Sat down for an interview with the CBS News Sunday morning show, and it aired yesterday, April 27th, and it has gone super viral because of his girlfriend. Bill was accompanied by his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordon Hudson, and she made the interview super awkward. They wore matching navy sweatshirts, and apparently she interjected multiple times during the interview. At one point, Tony DeCouple, I think that's how you say his last name, was interviewing Belichick, asking him about how he had met Jordon Hudson, and she immediately said, "We are not talking about this." She interjected right away. Reports have surfaced this morning that CBS actually included this clip because this was not the only time that Jordon made this interview awkward. She interjected multiple times, and they made it a point to include this to show that. Tony DeCouple said that she was a constant presence throughout the entire interview. There were additional awkward moments.
What's his shout out to Jordan? Hey, bro, look, shout out to the women that I talk. Look, like, guys, me, especially because y'all see me on social media, you know, you would never understand until people actually know you. So let me just put something out there. Like, look, back home, right? Like, I'm talking about in the hood, right? Like, I'm not saying that I'm known because, you know, a lot of ninjas don't really F with me. I'm talking about people used to know me, bro. Imagine you walk out your house. Every time you walk out your house, somebody talking about, I've seen you before while I'm with my people. Hey, you look familiar. Hey, you look familiar. That shit is uncomfortable. So, me, I'm speaking for me personally. You know, shout out to that ninja, whoever told me one day on that live, I don't speak for all men. So me personally, when a lot of people know you, you're kind of you want to be somewhat private. So I'm very private in my life now. So for example, I mean, I'm going to do this stuff like you guys know me on here, but like, if let's say I was to meet somebody, like let's say I was to meet a woman and I was like, you know, out in the streets or whatever, I would meet a woman or meet some people, like, you know, people always ask you like, oh, what do you do and stuff like that. Like, I'm always kind of cautious. Like, I'm so cautious to the point, like, I'm like, hey, like, I want to say, and I probably do say sometimes, I pray to God to make money. What do you do? Because I'm not really comfortable just opening myself up to people. It's also from the trauma I've been through in my past, right? There's certain trauma that I've been through that makes me act like that. So, you know, I'm always on the side of caution. I don't trust people, right? I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't trust people because the people I trusted back in the day kind of disappointed me. It wasn't their fault. It's a little bit of both sides. But because of that, yeah, man, even if I'm getting to know you, like, I'll tell a woman straight up, like, hey, you know, until I really see where your head's at, I don't really want to let you know too much about me. I got it like that. And women get affected. They be like, why you can't tell me and all this stuff? And I'm like, bro, yo, I done lost a bunch of women telling them straight like that, hey, like, you know, if that's too much for you, we don't have to talk no more. Because it's like, if you can't respect my boundaries, I don't want to talk to you. And that's why I'm saying shout out to this lady, because she probably want to put boundaries around her relationship. But it is a little bit skeptical. It has me a little bit skeptical.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Because I'm a little confused. I'm a little bit worried here. Here we go.
As well. Tony DeCouple did talk to Bill Belichick about recent social media posts that Jordon Hudson had made that included Bill in some awkward positions with her, and it got really cringy really quickly. And now the internet is reacting. So this interview is being talked about everywhere. As you can see, Dave Portnoy had something to say about it. He said, my Sunday morning routine is always coffee and CBS Sunday Morning. It's a feel-good show, the opposite of controversial. So imagine my surprise.
Now, wait. I want to go see. Real quick, we're going to go see. And we're not going to stay in here too long because we can't discuss it too long because I got to be back in here at like 6:30 the latest. So we're just going to go see real quick. Let me see. Instagram. Interact. Let's see. What's her name? Jordon Hudson? Is this her? Yeah, this is her. Where were the positions that she was in? Where was the positions that she was in? I don't get it. Where was the positions that she was in? Do you guys see it? I don't see it. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's this one. Is it this one? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But shout out to Jordan. She trying to get that bag. Ladies, I know what it is, man. I ain't finna expose the game. You know what it is, ladies. Trying to do that. Here we go.
This morning when they had the most awkward Bill Belichick interview I've ever seen. Like, I'm squirming in my seat, as were most of us. Pierce Morgan had this to say: it was utterly excruciating. Mr. Belichick needs a family or friend intervention ASAP. I've seen posts saying that she acted more of like a handler or like a PR person as opposed to a...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, and that's why I said it seemed a little bit weird. Like, if she was protecting the relationship, cool. And like I said, she's protecting her interests. If you know, you know. Game is game, and I'm not giving it for free. But if she's handling the ninja, that's where it's like, okay, now it's getting a little bit weird. What's going on here? Here we go.
Her girlfriend. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I have seen many reports saying that she's like overly involved with his coaching as well. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let's talk about why.
I mean, but he's allowing it, so I don't know. Let's see. So this is the interview.
Have Jordon right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best.
And by the way, this relationship is a 49. I just did the math. 50 is a 49-year difference. Damn.
For me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
Why do we feel like we're watching some kind of... Wait. We got to see the comments. Hold on. We got to see the comments. Damn, they went too fast. Hold up. Let's see the comments.
What everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them.
Yeah, man. It just make you want to say, damn, we're not talking about this? Damn. It make you want to say, I'm not talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. Not to be rude, but you're the guest here. Like, this is the interview with him, not with you and him. This isn't about you and him. It's about him. But like I said, people always get beside themselves, bro. It's ego, bro. Here we go.
Commenting on.
All right, so the comments say, why do I feel like we're watching some kind of elder abuse? She got hooks in them. Oh, yeah. Blink twice if you're miserable, Bill. Does he have kids? She's going to take my guy for everything he has. Why is this? If we know this is the case, why do people allow this to go on? How can she take him for everything he has? That's what I'm saying, where I'm like, how do we know this is even, how is this even allowable at this point? I'm very confused by that. How can she do that if we all can see what's going on? Why is this allowed? Shout out to the Fetty Gov. It ain't my business. Shout out to the Fetty government. It ain't my business. I can't fix it. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So I guess I'm being Captain Obvious here. Here we go. She ain't gonna let y'all F up her bag. Facts. Man, get out of there, Bill. If she doesn't want to talk about how they met, then either one, she was a minor when they met, or two, she was an escort. Hey, I don't know, bro.
But what the hell, bro?
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Shout out to the women. Hey, look, women. Hey, look, women know. Women know. But it ain't my business. Yeah, all the heat Shannon getting. Hey, W, I ain't even read it yet. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I tell gentlemen, if you look like me, man, do your stuff, live your life. Don't listen to none of these people. Because Shannon Sharp sitting in there dealing with the same thing, doing the same thing. And I think the age gap is actually less. And it's a 5-year difference in their ages. And they'll turn around and say, oh, it's different. And that's why I don't listen to nobody no more. I do what I got to do for me now. Let's see. It says, yeah, all the heat Shannon is getting for dating younger should be the same for Bill, because this is some sick ish. She's 24. The F y'all talking about? Oh no, she's 24 now. She's grown based off of women because her frontal lobe is almost developed, right?
But what the hell, bro?
That's what they say. That's what they say. I always wonder, is a man's frontal lobe developed at 18 based off of this whole idea? Because that means men should have the same, or should be treated with the same standards. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't even know no more, bro. Here we go. Let's see what else. I'm not even trying to be dramatic, but why are we just okay with this and not outraged like with Shannon? Both are gross. Okay. Let's be fair. But life is unfair. Prime example of how men get away with egregious pedophile adjacent behavior. Men don't really care about the likes of Anthony Edwards or Jalen Green. What?
But what the hell, boy?
Anyways, men don't really care about the likes of Anthony Edwards or Jalen Green. They just want to point it out and say, if Drea dates teenagers, we should be allowed to date teenagers. I mean, is fair not fair? What are we talking about? She's not a teenager. What are we talking about? She's 24 years old. This is what I'm saying, where I don't listen to guys. You can't listen to social media, bro. This woman is 24 years old. She's not a teenager. She's a grown woman. At what age are you grown now? And what is it, 24, 25, 30, 35? They just going to keep pushing it, bro. They going to keep pushing it, bro.
Have Jordan.
I want to see it. Hold on. Let's see. Bill Belichick. Let me see. We're going to pull it up after that. We're going to get up on out of here. Bill Belichick. GF. Let me see. Here we go.
Things. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different side of you. What's the reaction been like?
What's it been like?
To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet and she's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't else things. Just try to do what I feel like.
You know, he's old. He has no idea how to use them. He has no idea how to use it. He's just posting it like it's social media, how it used to be. Let me see what anybody else has to say. I just want to see more from her. Here we go.
Now that the NFL draft is officially done, Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordon Hudson, continue to be America's most interesting.
Nah, it's not that interesting. Hold on, here we go.
Somebody needs to do a welfare check on Bill Belichick. They need to check on the Belichick. His girlfriend, he just did an interview, and his girlfriend, she's like 24 years old. He's like, Lord, he's like 64 years old, which I...
74. It's what, 73? 73.
I ain't hating on you getting some young strange, but people...
Now look, Ninja right here. Shout out to my white brother in arms. So my brother said he ain't hating. They're just hating on Shannon, man.
They're concerned that it's like he's under a guardianship. He was doing an interview, and they said...
But like I said, Shannon, also, let me put this out there too, because we're not defending Shannon. If Shannon got a case ongoing and all that, he got to handle that, and afterwards we'll sit there and say we'll defend Shannon. But, you know, there's been certain things that have happened with Shannon where he's had certain things happen at his job where he's had to pay out before. So I'm not going to say he has a history of doing this or whatever the case may have you. All I'm saying is everybody's innocent until proven guilty on the Blac Pill, including Jordon Hudson. Here we go.
What about your relationship with whatever her name is? Nobody cares. And no, she's like, no, we're not asking that question. We're not. She literally ran the whole interview and told him what he could say. This is Bill Belichick, okay?
Yep. And I've said this before, and I'll give you gentlemen free game. I could charge you guys for this. You know, women run the world, guys. If you didn't know, now you know. And here's my theory behind it, right? My theory behind it is every single man, or majority of the men who are in power, majority of the men in power who are in power, as far as I know, are heterosexual, right? And shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. I need to say that so you guys can follow me. So I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You heard it here first on the Blac Pill in case people steal my shit. What it comes down to is that all men are shackled in chains by the women that they deal with. And I'm going to leave it there because I can go into theories about this, but I'll leave it there. All men are in shackles of chains by the women that they deal with, because them women can turn around and switch up on them at any given moment, or turn around and ask for this, ask for that, come back into the picture. Like I said, all men are shackled by the chains of the women that they deal with. Here we go.
Famed coach Bill Belichick, big tough guy, is being run by this little 24-year-old girl. I don't know what in the Shannon Sharp is going on. I'm sure
that ninja said what in the Shannon Sharp. Man, what it comes down to is men are weak. Men are weak now. Men act like women now. So men are the ones that are emotional. Men let women tell them what to do and how to move, and that's why women don't respect them. Here we go. And I'm not saying that about Bill Belichick. I'm saying in general. You ninjas are soft, bro. You ninjas are soft, and that's why women don't take us serious no more. And I'm referring to the American society, and it's starting to spread across the world. Ninjas are soft, but at the same time, it's also the government, because the government has put it into place where since a man is physically stronger, women have more rights that are geared towards them. Always understand, gentlemen. Well, I'm not even finna say that. Like I said, y'all gotta find a paywall. Find a paywall and pay through, and you can get through the paywall. Here we go.
Hey, honey, this is what happens to old men when they get these young women. They are willing to just give up their legacy, give up their kids' inheritance, give up everything for a young piece of strange. I ain't mad, but get that prenup, son.
Get that prenup.
Don't ever, ladies or gentlemen, don't ever let anybody take control of your life like Bill Belichick is letting her do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do we like her?
Facts.
Do we not like her?
Hey, man, look. And that's how we're going to end it right here, bro. I don't like saying partner. I don't like that idea, but I mean, y'all gotta come, like, it has to be like a mutual understanding kind of thing when you're in a relationship. That's all I'm saying. Past that, you guys gotta kind of come to an agreement of this is how we gonna move, and that's it. Now, in terms of them, they're in two different stages. So, even Jordan saying that, I think we might be looking into it a little bit too deeply, because, I'm in my mid to late 20s, so I'm dealing with women who are that age, and women at that age kind of think, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them what to do, especially now. Like, the younger woman thinks that the world is hers for the taking. So because of that, women act a certain kind of way now. Like I said, so you got to kind of know how to stick and move and maneuver. Me personally, do you want to know what I do? Like I said, you got to find that paywall or hit me up for a consultation. And I'm not a pickup artist. I'm not a dating coach. I'm just saying this is what I do. If you want some free game, you want somebody to give you some advice, holla at your boy. Past that, that's it for today's morning show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally starting to feel a little bit better. I should be better by the end of the day. I'm about to go make that drink I told you about. That's going to wake up my body. But shout out to you if you tuned in, man. We back in here at like 6 to 6:30. You know what it is. Boy, BA Peace. Yes, sir.